What is up, Leo? Welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your tarot card reading for mid-October 2025. Click the subscribe button and the like button. I was doing my spiel for the Oracle card readings. Check out your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus signs to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Leo, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them, take what applies, and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is always greatly appreciated. It's appreciated more than you know, actually. So, Leo, mid-October. Leo gang. Two of Swords as your overall energy. This is a card of ignoring the outside, going within. It is also a card where she's holding the two swords like this, protecting her heart. It is a card of a stalemate, but also having to make a decision. I almost get the sense of there's a decision to be made because whatever is surrounding you is not exactly where you want to be. You have the Ten of Swords, no shit. Excuse the language. Now that I'm using, the bad words oracle, that's not what it's called. It's called the Rebel deck. I feel, I guess, a little freer to say some bad words. Anyway, Ten of Swords. That's your current situation. And you know what? Ten of Swords can be betrayal, an ending, a suffering. Normally, I like to look at it as some sort of suffering you're dealing with. But to me, this is looking more like the dead you. The old you is dead. Something about Leo is no longer there. We'll see. You could be dealing with something that is causing some sort of suffering. You have the Ace of Swords. Lots of swords coming out. You could have Aquarius, Gemini, Libra in your chart, maybe dealing with one. Maybe you're more here than anything else because I really don't see you in this heart space. And that's no judgment. I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's what the cards are showing me. So your challenge is the Ace of Swords, either getting some sort of truth or clarity. It could be communication. We'll see when we clarify. You have the Three of Cups in your foundation, a celebration, a get together, a good time. For some of you, in the midst of whatever this Ten of Swords is, you are trying to be optimistic. For some of you, you are done with a situation that might have involved a third party. For some of you, it's maybe even a lifestyle that you're realizing this is not for me. The challenge could be maybe cutting it out completely. I don't know. We'll see. Nine of Pentacles in the past. This is the single card. It is also a card of somebody who is confident, self-reliant. They are self-made. We shall see. You have the Death card on your mind. You could be thinking about a Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be. You could be thinking about a significant transformation or a change, an ending for something new. Again, I got that feeling of the Ten of Swords of like the old you is gone. Your outcome is the Page of Pentacles. This can be some sort of communication in regards to something that is stable and secure. Could have to do with money. For some of you, there's communication coming in from an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or perhaps someone who is younger. Page of Pentacles can also represent a friend or something platonic. He is also an apprentice, so maybe there's something new that you're starting. Let's see what this Two of Swords is for you. Why is the Two of Swords here for Leo? Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. The Ten of Cups, Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a lot of like holding back. I don't even think it's holding back. It's more of just like closed off, not wanting to open up. I feel like you are looking for something that's secure, that is honest, that, well, feels like this Ten of Cups, where there's harmony, there's an emotional fulfillment, and safety is also what I got. A sense of emotional safety. For some of you, there might be, I just got this right now, this could be between siblings. Maybe there's no communication between you and a sibling. Now, there could be a relationship that you're just ignoring or not opening up to. Maybe you feel like you're at a stalemate over there. Maybe there's issues in communication with that Two of Swords. We'll see. Why is the Ten of Swords here? The Chariot, Cancer. Cancer is what? Your 12th house. Eight of Cups. Queen of Cups. Three of Wands at the bottom. There is some sort of emotional detachment, and I'm not sure if I've said this to you before. Sorry, I kind of started sitting crisscross applesauce. And now this is, I have to change this. There. Okay. I just keep getting such a strong feeling that you have dealt with the situation that the last dagger has been put on you. And you are either emotionally detached, trying to find your way elsewhere, creating your own path, moving towards your own happiness. And I get such a strong feeling of, I need to feel emotionally secure, safe, stable. For some of you, it's moving towards, where do you feel loved? Where do you feel this authenticity, this harmony? For some of you, there might be a water sign, doesn't have to be a water sign, who has walked away from you, and maybe it's caused you some suffering. What is this Ace of Swords? I don't necessarily feel like that's the case, but it could be for someone. All right, so the Ace of Swords, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands, Four of Wands at the bottom. This has to do with gaining this sense of control in your life, because when there is this security, everything feels a little less chaotic. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you feel like you're in control, but it's organized, it's structured. There's, like I said, less chaos, and it feels stable. I don't know if this is making any sense. This is what's coming through. This could be in regards to something that's long-term wealth, maybe family, legacy, because of the 10 of Pentacles. And then you have the 6 of Pentacles. Four of Wands. This can indicate family, home environment. Hello. All right, let's keep moving forward to this 3 of Cups in your foundation. You know what? The challenge is seeing something as either long-term or an equal give and take, something that's reciprocal, something that's moving forward. You have the Moon card, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords, 6 of Cups at the bottom. This is all clarifying the 3 of Cups. Moon, Pisces energy. I don't know. Okay, if this is about some sort of connection, there's something here that feels just not steady, or you're unsure of, or there's a little bit of fear that kicks in, or there's been some sort of trauma with this Moon card. But with this Knight of Pentacles, this is moving slow. Maybe even with caution. Because you also have the 8 of Swords, which is feeling trapped, mentally trapped. Yeah, there's something that's a little off here. Why is the 9 of Pentacles here in the past? Knight of Swords, Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and there's a 6 of Cups again, 5 of Wands. I feel like whatever it is that you dealt with in the past was actually meant to help support you in your own journey of feeling independent, relying on yourself. Because, listen, 5 of Wands, drama, conflict. This Knight of Swords is someone who is someone who comes in quickly, but sometimes they don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes there's so much in their head, they just do. It's not even, like, there is some sort of thinking, but it's not enough thinking. It's not always rational. And then this Temperance card is patience, it's healing, and 6 of Cups, soulmate connection, the past, children, authenticity, genuineness, etc. There is something here where I feel like a situation or a person has triggered something within you that was either the catalyst to help heal something that's been there for a long time. What do I mean by this? There could be a situation where you dealt with I don't know. Example. Somebody said that something was your fault or blamed you for something. And this has made you run around in circles to correct the problem, to make others believe that it wasn't your fault, to basically save your name. And I don't know. Let's say your name was cleared. But then it happened again. And this has triggered you to do the same thing over and over. And then one day, it happened again, and you're like, you know what? I don't even care. What they're saying is not true. I don't care. I'm just going to go about my life and not give that any more energy. That shift is the healing. So something happened. I don't know if something happened astrologically. I don't know if something happened within you. Something clicked where you're facing the same problem, but you're reacting differently. Okay, so that changed the situation for you. So now it doesn't affect you. Now you're able to make a clearer decision whether you want to keep entertaining this situation or this individual that keeps bringing up the same problem. But to you, you feel more secure within yourself. That's what it looks like to me. It could also happen to be that maybe somebody in the past or recent past, whatever, you decided to just focus on you. Maybe you were, I don't know, focused on work with this Nine of Pentacles, maybe your health, whatever. Your security, your sense of security and stability. And maybe somebody came rushing in. Could be an air sign. Hey, let's, I don't even know if I'm translating this properly. Let's make peace. Yeah, I am. I don't know why, but I was going to say it in a different language. Maybe there's a language barrier between you and someone. If it's not a language barrier, maybe different love languages. Anyway, I'm not sure why that's significant. Why is the Death card here? Why is the Death card here? I feel like you have been preparing yourself to be able to receive this Ten of Pentacles. In the past, this is you. What's after the Nine of Pentacles? The Ten of Pentacles, which is here, showed up as a clarifying card. However, it's clarifying the card that's in the challenge position. Three of Wands, Judgment, Nine of Wands. So you're waiting here for either something to work out in your favor, give me a second. Nine of Cups at the bottom. Could be tired of waiting for a change. For a change to happen, not for a change. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, you're tired. Something is becoming heavy. For some of you, you want to alleviate yourselves from something. I also get the smallest sense of wanting to be saved or get rid of something that you've been carrying for a while. It could be issues with a masculine energy, a spouse, a father figure, a boss. Doesn't have to be. Maybe it has to do with authority, leadership, control. Eight of Pentacles at the bottom. I think you are trying to regain control of something. And you want something to change, or you want something to end. I think you're tired, you're exhausted. Magician. Okay, what is this though? Could be a relationship. The Two of Cups just came out. Could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I see the King of Pentacles. Or maybe it's about how someone provides security, stability. Or you having to do this. Let's move on to the Page of Pentacles, because that's your outcome. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? Maybe it's about how you can provide this for someone. Maybe there's a choice to be made. I don't know. Six of Swords. I don't really see anything about a choice, but Six of Swords, Page of Wands. And I was going to say the Hope card, the Star card. So something is said. Something is said that, let me see, either sparks a glimmer of hope. For some of you, there's something at a distance here. Hold on a second. I just saw the Hanged Man. The Wheel of Fortune, okay? King of Wands, the Devil. Oof. So Aries, Sag, Leo, Capricorn energy here. I don't know, this looks good. It's like, okay, on the right track. Doing for yourself, but then the Devil card. Is this like fear? Seven of Swords. Are you lying to yourself about something? Is someone lying to you? Or you're avoiding something? Avoiding toxicity, most likely, and that's how you're healing? Ace of Wands. Hold on a second. For some of you, you're hiding certain ideas, what it is you want to do with what you're doing. Because you might feel like this might cause an issue. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Page of Swords, Knight of Wands, the Tower. Why is the Tower here? Is this happening all of a sudden? Is this something falls apart? You're watching somebody or somebody's watching you? The Five of Swords. Why is this petty energy coming out? You have Five of Swords, Five of Wands. For some of you, it's breaking that cycle, healing that cycle, because you have the Star card here. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. Or Aquarius is your 7th house, so your house of relationships, how you deal with another person. Nine of Swords. Gosh. Five of Swords, Nine of Swords, that's the Four of Swords. This is laying to rest. You're stressed, you're worried that something is not going to work out. That something is not, something is not going to work out. I need more. I need more information here. This is not very specific. Three of Swords, Five of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. This doesn't even have to be you. This could be somebody else feeling a sense of regret. I feel like I just feel like there is something that changed. There could be a new work opportunity for some, or something to do with money. Maybe for some of you, an institution giving you money. It's something becomes balanced. That feeling of balance and structure, like I was talking about in the beginning. For some of you, that makes you glow. You may have suitors that you're attracting. If it's not suitors, it could be one person in particular. All right, I'm gonna place that there. Let's take out oracle cards and see, because I'm not even exactly sure. That I explained this properly. Maybe you haven't gotten a message about something to do with money. Maybe somebody was giving you money. Because I get like the sense of like money being sent over. If I sit here and I look at it, I can probably see it very clearly, but for time's sake, you have vanity and perception. Interesting. All right, so let's read vanity. Crystal, Peter, and Mike are at a party in Mike's posh home, toasting success in their business. A mysterious old man appears and asks them whether they prefer gluttony or generosity. Puzzled, none of them answers. He reminds them that more does not mean better, and they laugh. Suddenly, they are alone, far from the party and rising water. "We're getting more," cries Peter. Rain falls and the water rises faster. "Play," shouts Crystal. "We must do well with what we have." As they begin to have fun in the water, the rain stops. We all say we will stop when we've had enough, but there's never enough. You may be looking outside yourself for validation. Am I feeling disconnected from many people in my life? Am I growing away from limiting relationships? Yes. Yes, this is exactly what this is about. Something, enough is enough for you. Something you've decided, that's something, that's it. This is enough. Or you're coming to that conclusion. All right, let's keep reading. The tenuous balance between what is true in our heart and what we communicate is reflected in aqua. Are you living and communicating your truth or just playing along? This may be a time of awakening to a new way of being. Be aware of distractions that may pull you away from the true you. So your next card, oh, wait, hold on. The keywords are faith, awareness, transformation. environmental tension, living in illusion, self-doubt, power to change, lesser companions, empty conversations. So the next card you have is perception. A young princess wanders into her untended garden. As she claws through the decaying undergrowth, she finds a brilliant emerald stone. The stone speaks and tells the princess to open an old wooden door. She enters a dark corridor and the door slams shut. Afraid, she moves forward until her hand falls upon another door. It opens to reveal the same garden that she'd left behind. Only now it's beautiful and filled with flowers, butterflies, and birds. It's magnificent and familiar. Often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happen. Emerald Stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? Keywords: beauty, open-heartedness, appreciation, transformation in the heart, change in perception, the unknown, promise of a richer experience. Emerald Stone offers a regal ability to see things differently and a chance of embracing transformation. There's an ability to attract wealth here if you have an open heart. Listen, Leo, you might have your heart closed because of a different situation, and that may be blocking something else. Let me give you an example. Let's say, because I'm looking at the pentacles and I'm going to say just money. Let's say you associate love with security, right? When you feel that authentic, genuine love, you feel safe and secure. Now, let's say you're closed off. You don't want to hear it. You want to feel secure. However, you may be bitter. Sorry to use the word. You may be another word that starts with a B. Possibly to protect yourself. Possibly to detach from a painful situation, a reoccurring situation. Maybe for some of you, you feel that you had to detach for the sake of gaining control back of yourself, of your environment. I don't know. And now, because you're closed off, it's also not allowing the frequency of money to come in, for example. Let's say with money you feel safe and secure. To attract something that's on the vibration of safe and secure, it's whatever it is that you believe is safe and secure. So if you're closed off to one thing that's in the same vibration as safety and security, then the other thing is not really going to come in. I just get such a sense of, I am tired of waiting for a change, a significant change. But I feel like this Page of Pentacles, something is said, something comes in. But you're going to have to move on from this. that spark, that fire of Leo needs to kind of reintroduce itself. For some of you, you're afraid of getting hurt again. For some of you, you're afraid of making the wrong decision. Others of you, you're afraid of what others may think, say, do. I just see wanting peace. And maybe you felt that this was the only way. Let's take out the Rebel deck. What does Leo need to hear? I think Aries got this one. And Cancer got this one. No, it wasn't Cancer. Was it? Or what? No. It was not Cancer. Who was this? Maybe it was Cancer. Or was it Pisces? I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to sit here trying to rack my brain. But I know this one, Aries got this. Okay, so you are giving too many fucks. Give zero. Give zero. That project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back. I don't know. Maybe this is, like I was saying, maybe this is a thing of like, well, what is somebody going to think if I start doing this? Or, this idea is not a great idea. This is not going to go anywhere. This project. I just need to know more. There's something here that I feel like is missing. For some of you, I want to say if you're a masculine energy Leo, or you're cross-watching, and you are in a relationship, if you want this, you might be exhausted, you might be tired, you might be feeling wounded, but there is I feel like the message here is to step up, because this Emperor, King of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, which is about perseverance, the Magician, the Ten of Wands, this is all like labor that the masculine energy picks up to get what he wants, like the conquest kind of thing. I don't even know if I'm using the right words. So you have Two of Wands, Four of Swords, Lovers. Decision made, you got to get going. Because these two cards, this is him looking out into the horizon, looking out into the future. Four of Swords is a pause, a break, not doing anything. However, when the cards fell while I was shuffling, they were facing this way. So kind of like in the reverse. So things are seen clearly. This guy has made a decision. Or if it's not made a decision, the thought is there. Like what's to be created, you already know. At least one thing. So this Four of Swords, where it looks like he's enclosed in a room, there's no window, voila, there's a window he can see. This guy saw already. And that Ace of Swords is about clarity, about seeing, and it's in the challenge position. So there's a choice here to be made. Will you see it? Will you remain stuck? Will you, I don't know, maybe you're in the woe is me. Or maybe this is not you. Maybe this is somebody else that you're dealing with. Yes, I do feel like there is going to be something significant that changes. Somebody's going to see something here. But regardless, that doesn't matter, because the Bad Words Oracle, as I like to call it, says for you not to care about what's going on, what other people are going to think, whether or not you have enough of this or enough of that. Just start. Just start. Because a lot of the times we are not fully prepared for something, but we still have to begin it. You get what I'm saying? You become a parent, you're not 100% prepared. Nobody tells you how to be a parent. Most of the time, you're parenting because of you're regurgitating how your parents parented you, or doing the opposite because you don't want the same thing to happen to your kids. You get what I'm saying? You're not 100% prepared. Nobody is like, well, hey, your child is born. Well, here's parenting 101. And come back later for parenting 102 when they're toddlers, then when they're just kids, then when they're teens, and et cetera, you know? Not fully prepared. You get a job, you're not fully prepared of what's going to happen. Yeah, you can have a degree, you can have an idea of what's going to happen, but you don't have a playbook of exactly what needs to be done. You figure it out. Or sometimes you don't have a degree and you land a job and you gain that experience. You get what I'm saying? This is so bizarre. I don't need to tell a Leo this. Because regardless if you're a Leo that's typical or stereotypical, let's say you're the type of Leo that's more reserved, quiet, whatever. Instead of you being like, hey, I'm here, I'm Leo, you're more of the supporter of somebody. Hey, I'm gonna lift you up, you're doing a great job. Maybe you're that type of Leo, the quiet Leos. And maybe you need to do that for yourself. Push yourself a little bit. It's quite difficult because Leo is the heart of the zodiac. They represent like the heart. I don't remember what every sign represents. You know, I know Pisces represents the feet, because I was like, oh, that's so bizarre. Like the feet. But it makes sense. Pisces is the last sign. It's the 12th house. When you go down the body, the last thing would be the feet. Leo, I wish I can say something else to you, but this might also be not needed. Meaning, I don't need to say anything else. I just saw the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles. I'm using a different deck. You know, the Five of Pentacles. It showed up here before. So feeling like not good enough, feeling left out in the cold, feeling a sense of lack. Maybe that's the issue, lack mentality. Maybe you think, yeah, I really want this. Listen, actually today or the other day, no, either yesterday or today, I was thinking to myself, like, man, it would be so great if my channel started to make some sort of money where I'm like, oh, wow, this is a form of income for me. Like that's great. That would be great. The more I kept digging into myself, the more I kept doing some form of reflection, the more I kept realizing that I feel uncomfortable. Like I feel like I don't deserve it. So, oh yeah, if I made $10, that would be great. Yeah, that I can accept. But if I imagine like what some other people on YouTube getting that amount of money, I'm like, oh, no. You know what I mean? Like when someone is trying to help you and you're like, oh no, because you feel uncomfortable. No. But it would be really nice if they did help, and if you were open to it, that's the same kind of feeling. And I was like, bro, that's an issue that I need to heal. And then you have the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is what follows this. This is the generosity, the equal give and take. That you are deserving of this because there's a balance there. So the energy of giving needs to be received by the energy of openness, of receiving. Anyway, Leo, I'm talking too much. Oh yeah, I did all the other cards. So if it resonated, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.